but 010 is actually right down the runway. And so it's kind of like, it makes no sense. So we should be like a 360 right now.
Yeah.
Right about there. Yeah, right about
there.
Yeah.
Angled off just a hair.
Yeah. Kind of like.
Double check once we get on the runway.
We'll check it on the runway. That's what I do anymore. Because magnetic compasses just seem to be so inconsistent anymore.
There. Okay, we're locked. Okay. Car is 55 knots on this.
What do we climb at?
A little slower. And climb out at 63.
79.
Or 79.
So we really worry about VY for now. VX is kind of, VX we don't really use too much right now. We really worry about rotations 55, best climb 79. VX is best angle climb, which we'll use when we do short field procedures, but we really don't use that too much. So you really just have to know VY, VR and VY right now.
5 knots and 70.
Yeah.
Off.
Ready to go?
Hey.
Flat to reach traffic. Pedal Warriors taking active runway 1, be a right turn out to the southeast, flat W. Final's clear, runway's clear. Now we're done. The runway shows, our compass should show 010.
Very well.
Alright, let's go.
Seminary traffic, 4 Golf Sierra, turn left base, 26, up 10.
Comfortable climbing at 500 feet.
Yeah. The pitch here is high, but this little bit pitch is pretty nice at 80 knots. Just gonna turn right crosswind. Plan of traffic, February, turn right crosswind, runway 1, plan of view. Yeah, about that. When you come up towards the field, Atlantic City, all the way in front of right in front of the wingtip. Fire traffic, Pepper Warriors, putting up the right crosswind to the southeast front of all flat of you have a better vantage point over the cowling on this, in this airplane?
Yeah, like I said, I'm lined up between here and the cow.
So you can still see the cowling here?
Yeah.
Right.
I gotta lift my head up a little bit, but 45.
Traffic, Skyhawk is by Notice now, the runway is closed to time. Roger, Notice.
Towards the field over there. Let's go up to 2,500.
approach, citation 892, Sierra Bravo now 900 for 2000, runway heading.
November 892, Sierra Bravo, McGuire departure, ident.
Ident, 892, Sierra Bravo.
Let me right turn a little bit over towards very bright water over there.
2 miles northwest of Belmar. Traffic in your turn 12 o'clock, 2 miles northwest. Bound out indicates 2,000.
20 Bravo, we're looking.
Number 20 Bravo, climb maintain 3,000.
I maintain 3,000, 8920 Bravo.
20 Bravo, traffic at sight. Number 20 Bravo, roger. Number 20 Bravo, turn right heading 270 vectors for nags.
270, 8920 Bravo.
Alright, so when you're ready, let's go ahead and settle for slow flight.
480, traffic no factor.
No factor for you.
November 04 Tango, on your current routing, you have to leave my airspace at 4,000, but with a reroute you could leave at 6,000.
For Tango, do I descend to 4,000 then?
November 04 Tango, remain at 8,000. I can read you the reroute if you would like that.
Just watch as you're pulling the power back, you're going to start descending, so bring the nose up, right?
Number 20 Bravo, climb maintain 5,000.
And then you can start working your
Maintain
flaps
5,000, 8920 Bravo.
Number 04 Tango, current the reroute would be remain on Victor 1 to Leah, spelled Lima, Echo, Echo, Alpha.
And so as you're starting your work in, starting your flaps to work in, notice you've descended, so you can start giving it power to maintain your altitude and start to climb back up again. Alright, now let's get that third notch of flaps in.
Okay, 04 Tango, Victor 1 to Leah, Victor 268 to Swan, direct destination.
Got your...
And November 04 Tango, would you like that reroute?
Affirmative, sounds good.
Number 04 Tango, roger, cleared to Mike Tango November via remain on Victor 1 to Leah, join Victor 268 to Swan.
Let's go back up to 2,500.
Maintain 8,000, 04 Tango.
That's me. I keep pointing it towards there. So watch your drift there.
486 Whiskey Bravo, 6,000.
Cheers, 486 Whiskey Bravo, McGuire approach, signal altimeter 3000.
3000, 6 Whiskey Bravo.
So what does
Mike Tango,
pitch control?
Destination, Ocean County Airport.
Our pitch of our nose controls what?
6 Mike Tango.
The pitch of our nose controls what?
20 Bravo, clear direct nag, I maintain 6,000.
What does
Count me to climb or descend.
the pitch?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was speed.
Yeah, your pitch controls your speed, your power controls your altitude. There you go. Guys, I'm going to right turn over towards Atlantic City over here. And the climb coming up to 3,000. Continue to turn over towards these fields over here.
Field.
The ones out in front of us. There, yeah. And so watch yourself here as you're leveling off. Remember, pitch controls your speed if you want to level off. Slight pitch correction, but major power correction. You've accelerated here. And so slow yourself back up. Right? You want to slow back up to 60 knots. Remember, speed is your controlled pitch, so just pull it back and then adjust your power for altitude. Let's say I wanted to slow down to 55 knots. What would I do? What would you do? What?
Up a little bit.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and slow down to 55 knots. How can you help yourself maintain that 55 knots?
How? By reducing throttle.
Why would you reduce throttle?
Maintain it.
Well, to maintain 55 knots, well, we want to maintain the power right controls our altitude, right?
Right.
And so how can we help ourselves maintain 55 knots according to pitch, right? So you're pulling back, right? So then you can give yourself a little bit extra nose up trim, right? And now adjust your power accordingly to maintain 3,000 feet. Because now you're going to be slower. And so it's going to take some more power to maintain your altitude, right? Remember what we talked about, your power is going to be major movements, so don't be afraid to really shove that throttle if you need it. There we go. There we go, now we're getting the correction in that we want, right? Now we're getting ourselves back climbing slowly, but we're maintaining the speed. And as we're climbing up, we managed to increase the pitch just a tiny bit to keep our speed from accelerating. There, here comes 3,000. So what are you gonna do to level off?
A little bit.
Yeah, so just watch yourself because you seem to let the nose drop a lot when you want to drop it a little bit. Alright, so just remember it's gonna come down really easy. So just the slightest bit is all you really need to let it down. So just pull back a little bit more. Give a little bit more back pressure in here just to maintain your speed. And there we go. Now give me a left turn back over towards the ocean out there. Clear. Okay, so shallow turn is key. And then if you need, give yourself a little bit of power in the turn to maintain altitude. Alright, so remember what we did yesterday with the falling leaf? What? Remember what we did yesterday with the falling leaf? With the power off stalls? Just the continuous power off stalls? Let's go ahead and do them. Let's start at 3,000 feet and let's start just do a couple falling leaps.
Up the throttle back.
Yep, just work that throttle all the way back to hard idle. pull back, more back pressure, more back pressure, more back pressure, more back pressure. Get that nose coming up, get that nose coming up, get that nose coming up. Get it coming up, get it coming up, get it coming up, get it coming up, keep coming up. Hold it, keep coming up. There it goes. Release the back pressure. Is the power all the way idle?
Yep.
Alright, so let's go there. There we go. Alright, now let's go 2,700 feet. Alright, let's pull back, start pulling back. And watch the nose, it's drifting right, so a little bit left, right. So we're looking for it. Keep pulling back, just keep pulling back, keep pulling back. Don't be afraid to pull back, don't be afraid to keep pulling back, keep pulling back. There it goes. Alright, let's grab 2,500. Stopper if we need. There we go. Alright. This is all about getting the feel for how heavy this nose is, because that's how heavy the nose is going to be in when we're doing landings for the flare. Getting used to that pull back. So let's grab 2,300. Keep pulling back, just keep pulling it back, keep pulling back, keep pulling back. Alright, nose coming up, there we go. Because this is all about how heavy this nose is going to be in that flare, because that's the same configuration we're going to be in. And so the nose is going to be real heavy, so you're just going to have to keep pulling it back. So right as the stall warning point comes on, keep pulling it back, get that nose coming up, right? Keep cutting it up. Let's do one more, grab it 1,900. There we go. Let's grab it. Watch the nose, it's drifting right, so push a little bit left rudder. There we go. Keep pulling it, keep pulling back, keep pulling back, pull back, pull back, pull back. There we go. Let's go ahead and go full power recovery. So full power. Get that, bring that nose level. So we maintain altitude. Get that third notch of flaps out right away. Accelerating here. Let's go ahead and climb back up to 2,500 feet. Give me a left turn back towards the west. That's the big key with that maneuver. Essentially, that's what I'm trying to get at there, is because it's the nose, how heavy that nose gets is the same way it's going to be over top the runway. And so getting used to that pulling back of that heavy nose is real critical to help yourself out with that, getting that flare, because you have to get that nose up in the flare too, to put the main wheels down first rather than the nose. Right. So that's the whole reason behind doing that maneuver, is just to get you comfortable with that pulling back with the heavy nose. So turn those fields out there is fine. Below 2,500. There we go. Directional control. There we go. Alrighty. So, comfortable with that stuff for now?
That?
Comfortable with that stuff for now?
Yeah.
Alright. So let's go ahead and move on to the power on stall that I showed you yesterday. So remember how we did that? How I did that? Remember how I did that, or you want me to show you again? Refresh you on?
You better show me again.
Alright, so my controls.
Your plane.
Alright, so remember the power on stall is a stall simulating a one-putter flight.
That's takeoff.
Yeah, takeoff, right? So we take off at what speed?
Full throttle and
55 knots, right? So we're a little fast to take off, right? So we got to slow ourselves up. So we're going to reduce the power, and we just reduce the power, and all we're looking to do is maintain altitude, right? So as we reduce the power, the plane's going to slow down and we're just going to have to keep providing back pressure. So what we'll do is as we slow down, we're going to add back pressure and start rolling the nose up trim, just to help ourselves maintain this altitude, right? Letting the speed bleed off, but just helping ourselves out with this pitch to keep our, so I'll see how much this nose has already come up, just to maintain our altitude. So we'll slow it down right now through about 60 knots, right? And so as we're slowing up about 55 knots, we're going to go ahead and gradually start putting power in. So as we're slowing up, we're just going to keep increasing that back pressure here because we're starting to descend. So there's 55 knots, right? So I'm going to go ahead and give it full power. And I'm just going to let the nose, and now I'm just looking outside at the nose, watching the cowling, just watching the cowling, making sure it's not drifting to the sides. Just holding it right here. Just holding it back, and just working it, just holding it. I'm just going to pull it all the yokes all the way back, gradually work it all the way back to the stopper. Just holding the yoke right all the way back at the stopper and just riding the buffet. Right, just riding the buffet, you're going to just feel the plane just rocking in the buffet, but that's it. See, we're actually climbing in the stall, right? Exactly what I said yesterday. Now we're just, all it's about just keeping your eyes on that nose, making sure that nose isn't drifting. Because if that nose drifts, it will break. So as what we do to recover from it, we're going to push it, let that back pressure come off, push the nose over, just like, just kind of hold the nose right here to maintain altitude, let the airplane accelerate, and I'm just already start rolling this nose up trim out. Right away, I'm just starting to take that nose trim out, let the airplane re-accelerate to normal flight with full power in it. As we get to about 90 knots, I can go ahead and start pulling it back towards normal power setting, or cruise power setting, and we're back exactly where we started. The same spot out front, it means we didn't let the nose drift at all, and we're maintaining 2,500 feet. Right? Makes sense? Yep. Any questions about it?
Nope.
Give ourselves a little bit of a left clearing turn here. Or do you have a GPS position relaying on your iPad or no?
I didn't set it. I meant to.
Go into your settings here. Go into your iPad settings there real quick. Go under Wi-Fi.
Mine is on.
Go under Wi-Fi, or yeah, if you want to use because I have a 4-flight Sentry that I have that I always bring with me. That's how I get it on my iPad. So whenever I'm in the airplane, if you just want to look up to that, there's no password on it. It's just in Wi-Fi. Alright, so you got the Wi-Fi. It's Sentry.
Hey, Sentry.
Yeah, just click on that. Alright, and then it's going to gradually connect to it. I'm just going to clear.
Not connected yet.
It takes some time to get used to it. Around here.
There we go.
There we go. Airplane, it works.
Oh, still not connected.
Go into 4-flight. Just hit the home button, go into 4-flight.
Okay, now.
Yeah, there we go. Alright, so just hit, there we go.
There we go.
I have that always running for my stuff, so whenever we're in the plane together, if you want to just hook up to that, that's fine. Because I always have it on when it's charged. Alright, so here we are, 2,500 feet, pointed right at that same field, right? So when you're ready, you can take the controls.
Okay.
Your controls. Your controls. Alright, so we'll go ahead and just slow, so we can go ahead and do one of them. I cleared the area. I did that, so let's go ahead and start slowing the airplane up. And so it's going to be a gradual pitching up because it's just you want to slow that airplane down, but you want to maintain the altitude. And so don't be afraid to start rolling that nose up trim to help you out, because it's going to, if you don't put nose up trim, it's going to take a lot of back pressure to maintain this pitch, maintain that pitch to slow down to 55 knots. Slowing down. And it's just like in slow flight, the more you pull the power back, the quicker things happen. And so, right here is fine. We're just kind of just holding our altitude here. We're just letting the plane bleed the speed off. Alright, we're starting a little bit of a descent, so just give it a little bit more back pressure to maintain altitude. Alright, there's coming down through 60. Just keep adding back pressure as you're slowing down. It's just going to keep bringing it back. Just keep bringing it back. Yoke back. Keep bringing it back. Keep bringing it back. So there comes 55. So go ahead and bring it to full power. Just start bringing it to full power. Let the nose come up. Just go get it to full power. And just look outside. Watch that nose. Just watch that nose out front. Just keep an eye. Just watching the nose. Watching the nose. Just watching the drift. Any drift in that nose. Keep pulling back. Just keep pulling back all the way to the stopper. Just keep pulling it back, keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back. Just here, all you have to do is watch out the nose here, so you don't make sure there's no drift up there. This is riding here now. Just keep holding it back. Just keep holding it back. See, it's drifting right. Push a little bit left rudder. All right, there we go. Just keep holding it back, so you're riding up there all by yourself. All right, now let's give it release that back pressure. Give it push the nose over. Let's maintain altitude. As you're accelerating, go ahead and just start being on top of that trim. So go ahead and start rolling that nose trim down to maintain your altitude, right? So you feel it starting to boost already back up because you're accelerating pretty quick. Just, yeah, so you be on top of that trim and it's all good. And keep pushing that nose over a little bit more. There we go. Then you're to about 90 knots, so you can start working that power back to normal power. Let's go give a left turn up towards the wire. Make a little more, a large left turn, about left 180. Just watch your pitch rate. See the nose throughout that, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And it's more from the side.
Yeah, so we want to try and just, especially during the stall, you just want to try and keep your nose out, your eyes out front, rather than looking side to side, because that could be really or disorienting. Look this side to side with that high of a pitch. Just keep the turn coming around towards there. You just want to keep just focus out, because it doesn't really matter what the wings are doing. So you're going to get more out of looking at the nose, because you'll see if the nose starts drifting. And so that's your first indication. And so it's just a little bit easier to do it that way, and it's a little safer than looking side to side, because then you can get really spatially disoriented if you look side to side with that high of a pitch. Just gotta keep your head in like one spot, look out the nose. That way you're a little bit more focused on one thing, not turn your head too much. Let's go ahead and do another one. So we just did our clearing turn there. That's what we just did. 60. There's 55. There we go. Go ahead, bring it full throttle. And flip that nose, come up. Just look out the nose, just watch the nose, just hold it right here. Just let it come back and just keep pulling back, keep pulling this back, yoke back. Just gradually keep pulling it back, keep pulling back until it stops. It's still gonna come back. Just keep pulling it back. There's more, and that's the stopper right there. So you have to stop the yoke right there, keep pulling, just hold it right there. Keep pulling it, but just hold it all the way back as hard as you can. Now you're right. Alright, now, alright, right, so this is just riding the buffet, you're climbing in a stall, look at that. Alright, let's go release that back pressure, just get that nose down, let the plane accelerate. Actually, I don't want to let that nose drop too low, just let it come down, accelerate, maintain altitude. There we go, give me a left turn, left 180. Yeah, so you can see how much of a difference the trim makes, right?
Yeah,
how much
trim. I realized that as soon as I was pulling back and I was doing it.
right? So you see how much pressure it takes just to get this airplane slowed down without trim to that speed, right? It's a little bit of an adventure. Alright, there's McGuire up there. See the open field up there? Let's go ahead and point towards it. Right around the nose here. Right here. Moving straight out ahead of us. Just level off. So not too bad of a job with that. You see, it's a big thing is coordination, right? Any questions about that at all, or you feel?
Like I said, I realized my mistake would have to give nose up trim.
Yeah, you see how much back pressure you had to give, right? Now you see why I said just start rolling it back, because it just takes it. And just keep rolling it back as much as you can. We'll do is we'll work our way up a little bit closer to McGuire, and then we'll do another one. We'll do one more. But yeah, so other than the trim, any concerns with that? Feel good with them? It's a little,
I was comfortable with it.
It's
a
little weird, right?
It's comforting, but
yeah, it's just flame on stall. It just starts climbing. So if you're power on stall and takeoff, you still might climb out. You'll be stalling the whole way, but you may climb out still. Alright, so use McGuire as a reference. We did a 180 coming back up towards here. So we did our clearing turn, so we'll just keep going this direction here. Okay. And so let's go ahead and hit one more. We learned that time how much of a helpful that hand, how helpful that trim can be.
learn that in a hurry.
Alright, this should be plenty. There we go. Alright, there's 55. Now let's go ahead and start giving power. Watch the nose now. Just watch the nose. Go ahead and get it to full power. And just hold it right there. Alright, you can see it's drifting left. There we go. A little bit of right rudder. Just hold it right there. Gotta keep coming back with that yoke. Keep coming back with that yoke. Pull all the way back on that yoke. Make sure you get all the way to that stopper. And it's going to get to the oscillation. This is the buffet of a stall. You're going to hear everything but the brake. Alright, see it's drifting left, give it more right rudder. There we go. Now you're coordinated in a power on stall in a Piper Warrior, and it's not stalling. And we're gradually climbing our way back up to 2,500 feet. Watch it's going right now, right? So just keep on top of that with the rudder. So there we go, there's 2,500. Now let's go ahead and push over, recover from the stall. Okay, now you're gonna have to start rolling that nose up trim back out. And just come down a little bit more. That was good. Feel better about that?
Yeah, I'm comfortable.
Good. Alright, so let's
Would that help me any? Does it tell me whether I'm going to the left or right?
Not necessarily, because anything that you'll have during it is just going to be, so here, let me show you this. So anything, so it may show you a gradual indication, but not immediate. Right, so this is what you may encounter, just something like this. But you see, it really doesn't, so we'll go wings level here. So wings level, and you'll just have a yaw motion. So you see how it's down, we'll gradually keep pushing right. You're not getting much of any indication
of a lag there.
Right, and then if I go back left, and then you're not gonna get the indication right off that. And so that's why having your ability just to be, and so maybe you try next time just having your seat, because realize you do get crushed down a little bit when you get power in here. So if you're just barely able to see it, and when we're sitting at idle, we're sitting on the ground without the engine running, that maybe boost a little bit more. That way you're able to see it completely, and that way, and so because that's the real criticalness of it, is being able to see everything with it. Because I mean that it's just your biggest thing with stalls is the yaw motion. And the yaw motion, well, if it's severe enough, you can see the reaction from it, but you're not going to have like too steep of a yaw initially in a stall. It's just going to be something, just watch the notes, just some gradual like this, and you don't see any change on that. And so it's just a matter of, while it does show you a little bit,
I did see a little bit there,
but it's just not going to be too much and noticeable enough, and you're not going to be able to see like exactly if that nose is stopping or not. Just for that, so that's the whole, that's kind of like the theory behind it. So it's just you're probably just barely able to see over it now, right? You're kind of like, can you see the cowling?
Yeah, I just see the cowling, just edge of it.
Okay, so yeah, so I mean, I'll be able to see like the whole bottom of the dash, like that's where I'm looking.
Yeah, like if I were to look at this, then I would be able to see.
So you kind of want to, so that's kind of what we'll shoot for tomorrow with your seat. So let's go ahead and do a left 180 here. We'll maintain the altitude and let's left side, okay. Work ourselves a little bit of a clearing area here. We'll go ahead and hit the steep turn. Let's get back up to 2,500 feet here. So we get to 2,500, we'll do the 180 again. He's like 2,000 feet below us, so he's like 500 feet over the ground.
Showed up on your...
Yeah. Hold up from here. Oh, there he is. I got him over here. A sprayer. Ag plane. Alrighty.
Okay.
So level off here.
Okay.
Alright, we'll use McGuire as our reference. Real easy point reference, right? Or you prefer something else?
Oh, that's good.
It's a pretty easy, big, easy out of any, different from anything else type of reference that we'll use for them. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and do steep turns. Remember how we do them?
Steep turn.
Go steep turn, or whatever way you want to start.
Okay. Start with the left.
That's cool. To start to turn it, you have a little bit of back push, make a little bit of power. And then a little nose up trim. And pull back more, just watch the nose. You want to cut the nose right through the horizon. Pull back more, you're going to descend here, pull back even more. Right here is cutting it right through, so you're holding it out too, so just don't let it drop here, don't let it drop, keep pulling back more. Let it drop a little bit, so here's McGuire, so go ahead and put, so go ahead, there we go. Pull right into one to the right.
I lost track of McGuire.
Go right into one to the right.
Okay. Out to the right.
30 degrees, a little bit of power, a little bit of pitch. A little bit of power, a lot of pitch actually. Now keep coming around. A little bit more back.
More back.
Yeah, a little bit there we go, that's 45 right there. Just cut it right through, just hold it right there. Hold it right there. Cut it right through, it's getting a little low. Go. And keep going around over here.
Oh, okay. Lost about 100 feet.
Yeah. Each one you lost about 100 feet, right? And that's a matter of, remember how we did them yesterday? Through 30 degrees, we give it a little bit of power and a little bit of nose up trim to help yourself out with this back pressure, right?
Right.
Because that's what's causing your descent. You're like as you're going through, you're giving it back pressure initially, then about halfway through the turn, you kind of let go a little bit on the back pressure. And so that's kind of where you keep descending at. Whereas try it again, going to the left, but give yourself.
Okay.
As you're rolling in, give yourself a little bit of power here, and give yourself a little bit of nose up trim. Give yourself a little bit of nose up trim here. The little nose up trim. Give yourself that. Help yourself out. Give it 2 swipes there. Now pull back.
Okay.
Now watch. Now just pull back. Get a little bit more back to 45. Now just pull it back right here. But yeah, this is what's cut. This slight picture here is what you're looking for. This year it's dropping a little bit right here. It just seems to drop every time right here. So just keep pulling through it. Pull through it. Here comes McGuire. So go ahead and start pushing forward on the yoke. Just push forward. Roll one right into one to the right. And just roll right back into the right. So, alright, now let's go into the right. We're good on the right. On the right. Just hold it and hold it forward until you pass 30. Now we can go ahead and start pulling back. Now go ahead and keep that roll coming. Keep it bang, more bang, there we go, right there. Now let's cut it right through here, pull back, keep pulling back, keep pulling back, keep pulling back, pull back, there we go. There's, hold it right here, cut it right here. Coming around, keep coming around, there's Philly, here comes Medford, and here comes McGuire.
Yeah, there we go.
And look at your altitude now. Pretty much exactly where you started. That trim makes the difference, right?
Yeah, I lost about 15 feet, but
yeah, but that's much better, right? And the trim is the key, right? The same way the trim's key with the, let's go right turn out to the ocean here.
This one I could do with the...
Yeah, you have a left
button,
turn
right?
there, yeah. Give me a right turn out here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, turn.
The fuel were up in the air above us.
There's flight
To the left, to our left.
to the right. Yeah, there's a flight 2 that's going out. Going out to play.
Wonder if it's my wife's nephew on there.
What's he doing?
He's in the Air Force. Not sure what squadron he's with now.
Okay, because I have a student who's a boom operator on the KC-10.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go ahead and point out towards those fields out there, and let's head down there a little bit.
I don't know much about KC-10, but I know about KC-130s.
KC-130s or 135s?
130s. 130s are Marine Corps.
Oh, okay, yeah, the 130s. Let's keep it a little bit to the fields over here. Go down to 2,500. Yeah, so you see, the trim is a really helpful hand, right? You see it helps you out with the, with your power on stalls, right? And it also helps out a lot here with the steep turns, right? It's all about easing that workload here you have to pull back on, right? Does it work? Yeah, it works. Alright, so those were good. Those last set were good. What you think?
That
What you think of those last set of steep turns you did?
turn again? Okay.
Did you think they were good?
I thought it was pretty good. But we want me to do it again? No problem.
We can do it one more
Okay.
time. Let's do it one more time.
Okay.
Find your reference point wherever you want.
Okay. No real good reference points out there.
You can turn to it. Just go ahead and turn to find it. Look for a reference point. If you find one, just go ahead and turn to it.
I'm going to use that as a reference right there.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Oh, watch yourself, your nose dripping low. There we go. That nose up. Get that nose up. There we go. Coming around. There, boy. See, here comes your field. Right here. Now push forward. Roll right into the right one. Get that back pressure in there. A little bit less bank here. It won't have a little bit of tendency to overturn into it. Here comes your field. Oh. That's about 150 feet.
And
not too bad. The biggest thing is remembering that trim there, right?
Right.
Getting that trim, and then just even though you're putting trim in, doesn't mean you don't have to pull back. Remember also, so you trim it and then pull back as well, and cut it right through the horizon. So pretty good with that stuff. So what we'll do is let's go start landings.
Okay.
Go ahead and start landings. Let's go over to Ocean County. See what they're using over there.
Altimeter 3001. Remarks?
Info on traffic restricted, secret Fox 21 face, runway 38.
Left turn over here.
1344. Zulu. Wind 29er. 0 at 07. Visibility 10. Clear. Temperature 26 Celsius.
You got a helicopter, your final.
Altimeter
1450 Bravo Mobile Coach, altimeter tree.
Upload to the traffic at 70, take a look crossly.
Right here. Up until the left up there. You see a field all the way out there. Not hard to see. There's a point right that way, right towards that, a little bit to the right of that lake.
That's the traffic, is final, runway
in Ocean County. It's right up here.
Jukebox Plus is your complete
looks like
music
they're using
solution.
like
Rip and burn
2.4.
CDs faster. Automatically add the right song, artist, and album information to your tracks with super tagging. Print full color custom CD labels and covers.
What is that
Get
over
more
there?
out
That's
of your
coil.
jukebox.
Okay.
Upgrade
I
to
was going
Plus
to say,
today.
that sure looked like an airport to me.
Yeah, it's I guess it was the old air base before they had McGuire. So it's still a military use field for like helicopters and all, but it's private. But I guess it used to be where Coil Air Base used to be. Now it's just like the Coil VOR sits there.
Okay.
You see it every now and then, military helicopters going in and out of there.
Yeah, I thought I heard somebody say something about it.
Alright, go a little bit to the left here. See that big open spot in the tree up there? That's the airport. Right, then we're landing runway 24. So we're gonna be landing this way.
We'll be landing this way.
We'll be landing coming back at us.
Oh, okay.
Right. This runway heading is down here.
Okay.
So we're gonna enter almost like a straight into the left downwind.
So stay here, then come around to the left, correct?
Yeah, we're gonna go left downwind. So that you're gonna put the runway on the left side of you. There's gonna show we got a cover warrior about 9 miles to the southwest inbound for left downwind runway 24 Chicago.
12 Bravo Hotel, shoreline inbound 36, ready for 36, ready for shoreline inbound.
strip there, so that's the runway.
Okay. That's the taxiway.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, he's first solo. Came in for the landing, and wind shear came up, landed on the taxiway. He eventually got his commercial.
Yeah.
Did some furring. Now he works for the FBI down in Washington.
Oh, really?
What kind of traffic warrior left off at 24 right now?
There's County traffic. Piper Warrior is about 5 miles to the west inbound for enter left downwind runway 24. We're looking for the traffic on this crossing. Bring the paddle back a little bit further. Let ourselves come down. We're going to want to come down to about 1,000 feet.
I already asked you if it's about time to start dropping down.
You had a nice little descent there, guys. That was okay with where you were going.
What kind of traffic warrior 1,500 going to be departing to the northeast?
That works too.
Still getting a little cross breeze off the ocean.
Not too much over here.
A little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's maybe in the air, but you don't get too much on the ground. It's pretty, here it's pretty, the winds are pretty true. What they're reported as are pretty true. And there's 1,000 feet. That's good. Trim that nose up a little bit.
A little too much.
Y'all get spoiled in that left seat with electric trim. And even the flight instructors don't even have.
What?
Flight instructors don't even have electric trim.
This is the first one I'm flying that it does have.
The Archer does too. It's intermittently working. Ocean County traffic. Piper Warrior is left downwind runway 24 Ocean County. Alright, so what I'll do is here, I'll take the controls here.
Okay.
So
Your plane.
My airplane. So I'll do the first, I'll show the first one here. I really like that throttle tight. Like a tail. And so we're looking for that 1,000 feet part. Blade the speed real quick.
Must be a student too. He's sitting there waiting.
Yeah, it could be a check ride too. Alright, so we're
Okay,
right next to the end of the runway here. So we'll go ahead and reduce the power back.
Right about the road. Okay.
Yeah. And then we'll go ahead and we're verifying the white arc on the airspeed indicator. Just start working our flaps in, right? And so this airplane's slick. So we usually like to come in about 65 knots, which usually means you need a little bit of nose down trim to hold that nose down. Don't be afraid to trim it down. Looking back at the runway here now, we're looking about 45 degrees from the runway. Go ahead and turn base. A little bit of a descent, keeping its descent consistent. Ocean County traffic, Warrior 43 Mike Julius, turn left base, runway 24 Ocean County. It's just a matter of watching the runway. So here we are on base, right? So I'm just gonna get my second notch of flaps. It's a very regimented entry to slow flight. Now it's just a matter of management with power. Do I feel high or do I feel low? If you look there, you're right next to the runway. And then we come around the final. You're judging your altitude. So if the runway looks real small, you're a little high. You're high. If it looks real fat, you're low. That's what we're just looking for. Right about here is what we're looking for on the runway side. Ocean County traffic. Piper Warrior is final runway 24 Ocean County. I was over here in the Skyhawk last night. Our final, so we'll go final notch of flaps. We'll let the airplane in.
Black helicopter, we're going to fall in behind you for this number is runway 24 Ocean County.
Alright, we got you this way.
I want to be behind us.
Alright, so we're looking a little fast.
Yep, who's this? Frank.
Man, it's Fred. How you doing, man?
Good, man. What's up?
So we're looking 65 knots. See where the runway looks real fat, right? So we're going to load up power. So pitch controls speed, power controls altitude, just like in slow flight. That's why we do slow flight.
I got you.
So we're coming in, now we're 70 knots, right? So it's a matter of controlling the pitch accordingly. So we're coming down here, and then right about here, we fly all the way power to the runway.
Turning final, runway 2.
So we're going to power all the way to idle. Now we're just working the nose up. The nose is going to get real heavy. We're just going to keep pulling it back. That way the mains and wheels come down first. And then we can release this back pressure and get the nose down. This clears. First one. Ocean County traffic, Piper Warrior is clear runway 24 Ocean County. Nice. Then we come over here, and we can pull up the checklist and do the after that checklist here.
Okay. Victor landing, problem. 1000 RPM. Flaps are retract.
The strobe lights will turn off. Because it's a little bit like irritating seeing them flash.
Okay. That'll be a very short delay around here.
That's what I meant.
Big off. Okay. We're not going to shut down.
They're taxing them back.
Market rig off.
That's going to swap those tanks.
I was going to say.
Yeah, it's going to swap them. Right now.
Fuel pump.
Fuel pump's on. And turn
Oh, it's off.
I just turn them. There we go. Right side.
Okay.
Sorry, helicopter 6 miles.
Fuel pump is the land.
Don't go.
Ocean County.
That's your control.
Because 97 just over there will be a point runway 24, 20 there to the southwest, Ocean County.
There we go. So kind of see how it's just a gradual process coming down and judging your altitude, right, on the runway. If the runway looks real small, then you're high. If it looks really long, then you're probably a little low. You're just looking for a nice descent angle coming into the runway, and then as you come over the runway, a little bit above it, you're just going to start to work that power all the way out to idle. And then it's just as you do, you're just going to gradually just be fluid with it, just be constantly working this back to get that nose up. That way we get the, we put the main wheels down first. Oh my God, I hate that.
What's that?
I said I hate those airplanes. Beechcraft Sierras.
Black helicopter 6 Mike Victor, turning right downwind for runway 24, Ocean County.
Because instead of because they retract gear, but instead of them folding in, they fold out. It just looks weird. It's like they just go like this into the wing. I'm like, that just looks weird. Like the left wheel goes out and out. I'm like, that's so weird. Remember where you were landing on the airplane? It's 172s, right?
Yeah.
So you're familiar with the 172s are very easily go into that ground effect. And you just be patient with it. These will sit in ground effect a little bit, but not too much. And so they'll still balloon,
Ocean County, flag.
but they're a little bit more. They're a little bit more forgiving about it. Figure's probably about, I don't know, $10–15 million.
Yeah,
That's only money. Really doing touch it, guys. Good for him. Oh, I got 30 before takeoff checklist here.
Ocean County, black helicopters on the go, runway 24.
Fired. Rich. RFED is off. Light says fired. So we're going to put strobe light back down. On.
Pump on.
Timer is locked. On lead.
Pump on. Pump on, right? Oh, there we go.
Now I have it.
We'll check it on the runway. It looks about right there.
Ocean County, black helicopter 6 Mike Victor is on a right downwind for the helipad. It'll be a short, steep approach into the helipad for remain north of runway 24 all times.
Okay.
So you can do the landing first shot.
Traffic's all clear. That thing keeps falling down on me.
Yeah. Alright, ready?
Okay. Want me to do it?
I mean, I can do the radio calls for now if you want.
I'll do it. Ocean County, Warrior 43 Mary Juliet, departing 23. I'm sorry, 24. Ocean County. We're going to stay in the pattern.
When you take off, just to your right side, you'll see a helicopter, but we'll stay clear of you.
Yeah, we have visual on you. We'll be watching out for you.
Bear with me, I'm a student.
County traffic, Beach 50 Bravo, turning upwind, runway 24.
Airline pilot told me that. That's your get out of jail free card. Tell them, everybody you're a student.
ATG lines up.
Bravo turning crosswind 24 Ocean County.
Center Jersey traffic, R44 helicopter in the left downwind 25. We'll be doing high short final onto 25 from here to Center Jersey.
Just push the nose over a little bit.
Yeah, because I can't see him. Okay, here he is.
Beach 50 Bravo turning it downwind 24 Ocean County.
Can we help you?
Doing a little training for now.
We'll be coming in for a hot gas and maybe another half hour or so. Thank you.
Alright, go ahead and turn crosswind here.
Traffic check 364 Tango 8 miles to the west of Belford Landing 29.
Fish Guy traffic, River Warriors to the left, crosswind runway 24. We have that Beechcraft traffic downwind in sight.
Keep it about 800 feet. Keep it about 900
1,000
feet.
feet.
1,000?
1,000 feet's the pattern here.
Okay.
Just want to turn the little wings here, kind of let yourself come out and establish a crosswind here. And then let yourself establish out and then turn it downwind here. There's a guy up there. There's kind of traffic. River Warriors, turn left downwind runway 24, number 2. There's kind of. Okay, pull that power back, see that guy ahead of us. Over on the horizon.
4 miles north, inbound to.
Okay, now I see him.
Yeah.
Bay County, Mooney entering left downwind runway 28, Bay County.
About where he is, and then
Yeah, so what I would do is I would wait till he passes behind your wing to turn. But as soon as you get right next to the end of the runway, like I'll beam the numbers, right next to him, so you can go ahead and work that power back to about 1,800 RPMs. Right about here, bring it back to 1,800 RPMs. So go ahead, make sure you're in the white part, and go ahead and drop the final, and drop those first notch of flaps.
West, in Belford Landing 29 are going to be on the 45 downwind. Center Jersey traffic, R44 helicopter, left downwind 25, high short final 25, Center Jersey. Airline, we have you in sight, we'll wait for you.
yeah, I can start now.
So get yourself, keep this plane descending here.
What's that?
Keep the plane descending here. Make sure you're kind of like holding your altitude here, so give it a little bit of nose down trim. A little bit of nose down pressure. Now you can go ahead and turn base. Ocean County traffic, River Warriors, turning left base runway 24, number 2, Ocean County. There we go, now we're this
44 helicopter circling the left downwind 25, waiting for departing traffic, high short final 25, Center Jersey.
Windy traffic, 78 Tango left crosswind 25.
80 knots, so you're on base here, perpendicular to the runway. So go ahead and drop your second notch of flaps here. Give yourself a little bit of nose down trim. Let that, keep this nose down for now. And you just, as you kind of like the air runway looks a little bit actually looks pretty good. So turn final. Ocean County traffic. River Warriors, turn final runway 24, Ocean County.
Ocean County, helicopter departing the helicopter pad, right close traffic, runway 24, Ocean County.
Now 30 degrees.
Yep.
In the area to the southwest.
Actually, I'll pitch for 65. Whether you're power as needed for the runway.
They were port 70 knots.
So we're good here. So 70 is fine for here. You know, kind of like 70, and then as you gradually come down over the numbers, you so to 65. Down, coming down. Nice gradual descent right here. Very much you're coming across here. Above game of the rudders and ailerons if you want. Coordinating coming down here. And start bringing it back to idle. Work it, hold it. When I'll start working it up, go working up. There we go. Yeah, do a touch and go. You want to just protect.
Touch and go? Okay.
Ocean County traffic, Black helicopter is our right.
Trim 3 sec, go ahead.
Ocean County.
Ocean County traffic. Purple Warriors on the go, runway 24, Ocean County. Pretty good job there.
What's that?
Good job there. That was a good job.
Getting there. How much of it was you?
Not too much, really.
Okay.
We're just talking you through it. That was it.
You didn't have any of the controls at all?
I mean, I barely tapped it, but that was about it.
I don't want to think that I'm doing it and then you're doing it.
No, absolutely. No, I make sure I'm clear about that.
Okay. Because like I said, I don't want to think that I'm doing it and you're doing it.
And then it's like, well.
Ocean County, Black helicopter 6 Mike Victors. Right base to right final runway.
Go ahead and turn crosswind here.
What's that?
Go ahead and turn crosswind.
Yeah.
Ocean County traffic, Purple Warrior, 4th Mike Juliet, turn left crosswind runway 24 Ocean County. I can do, I'm fine with doing either full stop tax backs or touch and goes. Every now and then, if you like doing touch and goes, especially, I like doing touch and goes here on the long runway, not on the shorter runway. And full stop tax back's usually good also. Every now and then to help you reflect on what you've done.
Well, when it's these touch and goes, you can go to Millville. That's a nice long runway.
That is a nice runway too. I will give that.
What's that?
I'll give you that. It's a nice runway.
Nice long, nice wide.
Ocean County traffic. Warrior 4th Mike Juliet, left down runway 24 Ocean County. Down too much right now. Not too big of a deal right now. So we're reading the numbers. Go ahead and bring that power back. Okay, now circle. If you're in the white arc, and go get your first on the flats in. Straight to 2.
On the runway.
Hold off. Keep your flaps. You want to kind of work one flap in per leg.
6 Mike Victors lifting off midfield runway 24, heading out to the west.
Go ahead and turn base. Just kind of try to record from the Mike Juliet. Turn left base from my 24 Ocean County.
Ocean County, 7 miles to the southeast.
You already have your second option. It's
Jukebox Plus
There you
is your
go.
complete
When
music
you're ready to
solution. Rip
start
and
your
burn
turn to
CDs
final.
faster. Automatically add the
Just
right
gonna try to
song,
record for
artist,
my
and
choice,
album
turn final,
information to your
24
tracks with super tagging. Print full color custom CD labels and covers.
Now,
Get more
coming
out of your
around here,
jukebox.
so
Upgrade to Plus today.
There's that third notch of flaps in whenever you want.
County traffic, 55 miles to the north. Running a right base entry for 24, Ocean County. Traffic permitting, we're looking for the final traffic. Traffic on final site.
Ocean County, the Black Aircraft is departing out to the west for about 15 minutes worth of their work.
There's 78 knots there. Good looking pretty good on your approach to the runway. There we are coming down, 75, plenty of speed, good speed. Control it coming down. Hold it down, hold it forward, down. Now start working it back, back.
Okay, touch and go again.
We can do that. Alright, good.
Touch and go.
Yep, good. Just gonna try to forward for 3 my joys on the go, runway 24. Just gonna But you just want to be careful not to start to flare too high.
Yeah.
That's all. Well, that was kind of where I was touching the controls that time. I was giving forward pressure to that way you didn't flare too high.
I was going to. I realized that. I thought you wanted.
Sir, on a 45 for runway 24, about 2 amps.
Just gonna try to forward for 3 my joys, turn left cross for runway 24. Just gonna. Just careful not to turn too much here.
Midfield downwind, runway 24, Ocean
So
County.
you're kind of like turning right onto the downwind here. You kind of trying to establish yourself legs here. Now you can turn your downwind. You see that guy out in front of us there? Right in the sky, a little bit to the left side of the road. And just gonna try to fit forward for my joys, turn left downwind runway 24, but truck ahead of us. It's like. He's right in front of us now. Right above the horizon. Pull that power back. You can pull it back to like 2,300 RPMs.
Ocean County, system turning left base 24, Ocean County. County traffic, system turning 24, Bravo.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Traffic, arrow cross my base 204 right now, but you will be very close.
Good. Up your first notch, flaps.
Ocean County,
There you go.
final 24. Traffic Cherokee's over smart of VOR on the VOR Alpha approaching 3,000 feet. Any traffic in the area?
Just gonna traffic warrior 43 Mike Joyce, turn left base runway 24 number 2, Scotty.
County Cessna short final will be touch and go 24.
Traffic, Alpha 5804 inbound on the VORB will break off standing for around.
Start making the judgments here. How's the runway look? Watch your speed though too. Don't pitch up for speed. Don't pitch up for altitude. Ocean County traffic, Warriors base to final runway 24 Ocean County.
Queen City traffic, Dominic from 4 Tango Whiskey is over the PPL building, inbound for Midfield crossover for runway 55.
Alright, go ahead and drop your third notch.
Touch and go for Ocean County.
Alright, so see how your speed's 60, 65, so pitch it down a little bit. Give yourself a little bit of nose down trim. There we go. Pitch is speed, power is altitude, just remember that. You're coming down here, right there, so a little bit of power to slow this descent. There we go, that's what we're looking for right there. Down, coming down. Hold the nose right where it's at, give it a little bit of nose down. And now start reducing that power. Gradually, don't bring it all the way to idle yet, but start, alright, now start pulling it back, pull back, work it up, work it up, work it up. Hold it.
County Cessna crosswind.
Work it up, work it up, work it up. We'll do a full stop taxi back here. We'll do taxi back here. Oh. Ocean County traffic, Warrior 43 Mike Juliet is clear, runway 24 Ocean County.
Okay. Okay. Only thing I don't like about it,
The trim.
trim wheel's down there.
Yeah.
It's how much nicer there. Okay.
Ocean County, Cessna Midfield downwind 24 Ocean County.
Okay. Had a little bit of a death grip on that. Okay, feels good. We're going the right tank, which is better. Around.
Are you able to, do you see the two lights on the side of the runway? The VASI?
Yeah.
Are you able to differentiate the two, the red from the white?
Right.
Oh, you are able to differentiate
Yeah, I
that?
can see that.
Alright, so I noticed that one. You were able to,
I was a little low, I know that.
yeah, so two red is dead. So you want to stay one, you want to try to stay one red with one white. And just remember, pitch controls your speed, power controls your altitude. And so, if you're coming down, if you have a tendency to get slow, push that nose over, right? So you probably want your nose should be a little bit nose down to keep the speed up. And then as you come over the runway, because when you pull the power back, the plane's just going to naturally slow up when you do that, because it's not being pulled through the air anymore. And so that'll allow a gradual little slowdown. But you want to keep that nose down and pointing at the runway. And then as you're coming down, you start to work that power out. That way you keep the descent coming down. And then as you come closer to the runway, you start to work it up. But remember, pitch controls your speed, power controls your altitude. It's a habit to brake. It takes a little bit to brake because you normally just want to pull back to get your altitude. That's what puts people in these power off and power on stalls.
Ocean County traffic at the black aircopter approximately 5 miles to the west, entering an extended right downwind for runway 24 Ocean County.
I can't get the before off's done.
Repeated off. Pump is on. Full pressure. I'm locked. There.
Ocean County, Cessna's on a touch and go 24.
Ding it. Have a helicopter coming in, right?
Yeah, he's over there still. Can we get out? We'll be able to get out. Yeah. Hey, ready to go? Traffic, Warrior 43 Mike Juliet, taking active runway 24, remain pattern, approach, on up on insight, Ocean County. Okay.
Ocean County traffic, black aircopters on midfield, right downwind for runway 24 Ocean County. Any other traffic?
Yeah, Warrior taking active now.
Cessna midfield, downwind 24 Ocean County midfield.
Ocean County traffic, Warrior 43 Mike Juliet, turn left cross runway 24 Ocean County. So it says you're turning around, just trying to estimate like a 90-degree turn here. So you want to put like 060 on the left triangle, right? Right about here, roll width level. And so you're kind of perpendicular here. Let yourself work out a little bit from the runway. It's like 3 seconds. Now start your turn to downwind. Ocean County traffic, Warrior 43 Mike Juliet, turn left downwind runway 24 Ocean County. letting yourself
Helicopter
go work out later.
is on the upwind. Runway 24, about to turn right to crosswind for runway 24 Ocean County.
So they self-establish a little bit of
It's on a base, 2-4. Anybody else out here with me?
keep that nose up here. You don't want to just send too much yet. There you go. Alright, so we give her some
Okay.
There we go.
Black helicopter is turning right downwind for runway 24, but we're not landing 24. We're going to be set up for the helicopter pad.
Give us a little bit of back pressure here.
We'll remain north of runway 24 at all times.
There's Sky Traffic Warrior 43 Mike Joyce, turn left base runway 24, number 2 for runway 24. Give yourself a little bit of power. Let that, like a little bit of power, let the nose. There we go. Come around, no, we're not. See how the nose pops up, right? They're putting flaps and creates a pitching up movement. So you want to kind of just like kind of hold that nose pressure forward to keep your nose from popping up when you put flaps in, because see, you're already down to 70 knots, 65 knots, right? So give yourself a little bit of nose down trim.
Turning left, crosswind for 25.
There's the runway, so you can start to turn around to the runway here. There's Sky Traffic Warrior 43 Mike Joyce, turn left downwind. Turning final, runway 24, we have the helicopter in sight. Ocean County.
Roger, we're final for the helicopter pad, Ocean County.
Just lifted off 2-4, Cessna, touching up.
Nice, take a look at your speed. So you're like right now at 66, 70, 65 now, right? So give yourself a little bit of nose down trim and give you a little bit of power, right? You see the two lights on the velocity showing you're a little low, right?
Yeah.
There's some power, because power is your altitude, right? There we go. And then just keep your nose down. Give yourself a little bit more nose down the trim. So with that nose actually be down, you can just see the runway through it. Start working a little bit of that power out once you start to see that white light come through. A little bit more nose down trim. We're going to get that nose a little more further down. Start working the power back a little bit. Just hold it right there. Up and down, come down. Alright, bring it back to idle. I'll start working the nose up, work it up, work the nose up, work the nose up. Hold it here. Work it up, work it up, work it up. Pull back, more back, more back. No, not too bad. Almost go touch and go. Alright, go ahead. Sky Traffic Warrior 43 Mike Joyce on the go, runway 24 will be a departure up to the west, Ocean County.
Midfield downwind, Ocean County.
We're gonna do like a straight out, a little bit of a right turn out.
Okay. Up to about 600, then turn right.
Yeah. Just go to like a 270. County traffic. Warrior departing out to the west, making a right turn out to the west, final call Ocean County. The Honda 270 heading. Oh, 270. And you see that bright field up there? Go point towards that. Climb on up to 2,000, 2,500, however high you want to go.
Okay.
Go ahead back.
Cape May traffic, Cessna 14 Hotel, 5 miles north inbound, straight in 19 Cape May.
Ocean County, Cessna base triangle 24 Ocean County.
Passenger County traffic, Cherokee 236, forward Tango, turning left base 299, traffic on. Southwest traffic, Baggage Company, Group 5.
Ocean County traffic, Skylane 70872, 10 mile final, ILS 29, Central County. Ocean County traffic, Gyro 55804 is an up 10 mile final on the ILS 6, will be Minnesburg.
Passenger County traffic, Cherokee 236, forward Tango, turning final 2924, Ocean County. Southwest traffic, 35 on Lake 05.
Alright, so we'll get up to here. You see the bright field out there, a little bit to the right of it. Let's go point towards that field.
Helicopter, you got a Cessna on your left. I'll keep an eye on.
We're going to be turning right here momentarily. Thank you though for that. Southwest traffic, Cherokee 2 miles north. We'll be doing simulated engine out to runway 22.
Flying W, Archer's left base, 19er, flying W, touch and go.
Up there. We'll set that power setting there.
Is that?
We'll leave the power set right there. There you go. So watch yourself, you're starting to pitch over a little bit, right?
Flying W, simulated engine out, runway 1, 2 mile final. Flying W. I'm departing 19, I'll get out of your way, I'm looking for you. Thank you, sir, I see you on the runway. Sullivan County traffic, Cirrus is about 10 miles south of the field on apprentice on-ramp. Sweet tree approach, straight in, touch and go. Sullivan County traffic.
Yeah, February traffic, Spearman, crosswind, so left downwind.
We got you, sir.
Sober traffic, Cherokee, left downwind, simulated engine out, runway 22, Sober.
Flying W, 1 mile final, simulated engine out. Got the other traffic departing.
And the Archer has you inside as well. There's another airplane at the other end of the runway, too.
Roger that.
Subject traffic, Captain 19 is exiting airspace to the south. Good here. Airport, please use that.
874 Victor, 5 miles to the west. Doing a bridge Alpha into Carlisle.
Sober, Cherokee, final, 22, Sober.
Alright, so what we're looking for now is right ahead of us. It's kind of barely visible, but there's a water tower a little bit off to the right side of the nose. Right water tower. It's a red line water tower. So we'll kind of aim towards that. So we're kind of aiming right towards it right now, so we're good.
Jukebox Plus is your complete music solution. Rip and burn CDs faster. Automatically add the right song, artist, and album information to your tracks with super tagging. Print full-color custom CD labels and covers. Get more out of your jukebox. Upgrade to Plus today.
Line up your traffic. Archer, 8126 X-ray, turning left crosswind to 19. Line up you. South Jersey traffic, Cherokee is entering the pattern on 45, downwind 426, South Jersey.
It's back to being useless, missing everything.
Information not available.
Yeah,
So you see that? Yeah, so you see the water tower there now?
Yeah.
We'll shoot for the south.